Hi everybody, my name is Doug Remington, and this video is all about how to kill all emotional pain immediately. I wrote a book called Owner's Manual for the Human Mind. I'm not trying to sell it to anybody. I want to give it away free. You can find a link to it where you can download it as a PDF at the bottom of the video here. And basically, it's something that I've developed throughout my life. It's not something which I invented, but I read like 1,000 books, maybe 2,000, I don't know. I keep giving them away all the time. I have 300 or 400 right now. I read a lot of books, but basically, this is something which very, very few people know about. And so anyway, I thought I would make a series of 10 videos. This is the first one. It's not going to be too long. And, kind of explain how it works. But anybody can really get a vacation from life in the sense that if there is any emotional pain that arises in your life, you can get rid of it immediately. And that's the whole idea. It has to do with controlling the mind, which does not sound like a very interesting thing. Anyway, in ancient India, there was a guy by the name of Arjuna. And his guru said to him, he says, you have to learn to control the mind. And he says, control the mind? Are you kidding me? That's like trying to control the wind. But anyway, Krishna tells him, he says, it can be, the mind can be controlled, and it's done with being dispassionate about life in the first sense. And then secondly, you need a proper means. And that's the most important thing, is the proper means of being able to control the mind. Anyway, there was a guy by the name of Eckhart Tolle who wrote a book in the 1990s called The Power of Now. And I had actually learned what Tolle wrote in his book in the 1970s, so it was not an original thing with Tolle. But anyway, he made $40 million, or at least I ran a search on Google, and I found out that, anyway, it says there that he has a net worth of $40 million. Anyway, he wrote 3 books, and it's unbelievable. But actually, the power of now, if you are not aware of it, is really one of the most profound things that you can scientifically learn about your own mind. And basically it's this, that all emotional pain comes from thinking. And it's from thinking either about the past or thinking about the future. So that sounds like an impossible thing, but on the other hand, if you do a scientific experiment, and that is take the emotional pain while you have it, and then concentrate on the here and now. In other words, stop thinking of the past and stop thinking about the future. Somebody insults you, it's only natural that you're going to be angry. But 1 second later, if you're still angry, it's because you're thinking about the past. In other words, the situation has passed, and if you're still angry, it's proof positive that you're still thinking about the past. Well, anyway, you can cure anger with strong concentration, concentrating on the now. The same is true for depression. The same is true for any emotional pain at all. There's anger, fear, depression, guilt, jealousy, all those various emotions. So basically, if we could right now do a little experiment. In other words, with all science, you have the premise, of course, that something works, but you don't know if it works until you work it. You have to work in the laboratory, so to speak, and do an experiment to prove that the premise is correct. So we have a premise here that all emotional pain exists from thinking in the past or thinking about the future. So if you would like to just follow me in like a little guided meditation, we can do that. I mean, simply close your eyes and just kind of relax while you're watching the video, and think about somebody that you absolutely, positively can't stand. And before you think, you're thinking in the past, before you think too long, there are 4 or 5 people usually that will definitely come up. And once the anger arises, now concentrate strongly on the here and now, and you will find that the anger leaves. So that's a very, very dramatic thing. In any case, Tolle's The Power of Now is not an end in itself, but once I realized that the human mind was the cause of all emotional pain and not the events in the outside world, then I could work with emotional pain cognitively. Otherwise, I needed, psychiatric medications, I needed, et cetera, and so forth. Can't remember the psychologist who said that a change of thinking sedative can be just as fast acting and effective as psychiatric medications, alcohol, or, whatever. So I plan to do 10 of these videos based on what I've discovered about how to kill all emotional pain. And this is not it. But until a person realizes this particular point, there's no incentive really to try to get off of, psychiatric medications, which according to Dr. Peter Breggin, B-R-E-G-E-N or I-N, but Peter Breggin, he's on YouTube. He's a psychiatrist. He says that people basically are taking the word of their doctor, and they get it, from the drug companies. And a lot of people are on psychiatric medications who don't really need it. I mean, when you take a survey in the United States, 25% of all women are on psychiatric medications. And, men are almost 25%, on psychiatric medications. So it's a whatever. And the only thing you really need to do is learn to control the mind. So I learned to control my mind. And today I'm really taking a vacation from life, because anytime emotional pain arises, I simply get rid of it, kill it on the spot. And it's done simply by controlling the mind. In any case, I would really like to just have everybody think about this and dwell on it. And I'll do another video and get more in depth, as I upload more videos. Anyway, I used to do a lot of public speaking. Hopefully, my videos will get a lot better with time after I upload a few. But it seems difficult for me to express myself in an even flow of rhetoric. I'm 85 years old, and anyway, it's not so easy once you get older. If you would like to subscribe, be sure and click the bell. And then after you click the bell, you have to click on all to make sure that you get all of my videos, if you want to, of course. Anyway, what I'd like to do is share my experience with experienced, strength and hope, if you will. And I'm sure it'll be beneficial. So anyway, have a good day, and I'll see you again sometime. Bye-bye.